It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Reckenwell. This is Scooter.
Whoop, whoop.
Scott Callies.
How are you?
Peachy.
Just peachy.
Been swarmed by yellow jackets.
That's what I heard. Your hand's a little...
Oh, gosh.
Your arm's a little puffy.
Arm's a little puffy, this hand, but this one's really puffy. And this happened at 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon.
Oh.
Yeah. He's ugly.
Yeah, I hate that. I've been there, done that. I hate it.
Didn't get the T-shirt.
No, but I swole up to show for
Ooh,
it.
baby.
Had evidence.
It doesn't take long.
It's the big red wasps that get me more than... I mean, the yellow jackets swell me up, but the red wasps, man, it gets ugly.
I was reading about them yesterday, and the bad part about a yellow jacket is they don't lose their stinger, so they can get you several times.
Yeah, over and over and over and over.
Yeah, and make you like it. Mm-hmm. At least I think they make.
And then when they sting you, it's like an attractant to the others. So next thing you know, you're getting swarmed. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing good come out of that.
Yep. How's your weekend?
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Of course, we stayed overnight Friday night, and we were down in over by Pulaski Academy, but we stayed in Little Rock there. And then got home, did a few things yesterday, but then yesterday I went and worked with my dad out at the farm and out at the cabin. And
so that trip to Pulaski Academy didn't turn out the way we wanted it to as far as score goes, but I have a question about your return trip.
Uh-oh. Okay.
So what exactly is a mother clucker?
We went to get something to eat. There was a Rally's, which I haven't been to.
A Rally's burger.
Yeah, and they had a thing on there, the mother clucker. So you have to order it. And you can't go through life without. Knowing that there's a mother clucker out there and you didn't have one. So yeah, that was dinner.
Okay, so to help those that live around the Rallies, and you go to the drive-in and you ask for a mother clucker, you really want to ask for the mother cruncher, because that's the name of it. It's a mother cruncher.
Either way, I don't know if they're the same or not, but either way, it takes about 15 minutes for them to make.
Oh, really?
We had to wait out in the parking lot.
Wow. It's a big chicken sandwich, I guess.
Yeah, it's got bacon and barbecue and different stuff on it.
Pretty good.
It was pretty decent. Yeah. It wasn't bad.
You spent the night, and then you came home on Saturday, and...
Yep. Yeah, we ran over to Cabot. We had a friend of ours was looking for a vehicle, so we stopped there and looked at a vehicle that they had. They headed on back.
There you go. Which is an exciting day.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Just another day.
Beautiful weather for a football game, though.
It was. The weather was beautiful. It really was. The internet was terrible.
The internet was absolutely ferocious.
We had some things in place that allowed us to do a decent performance as far as that goes, but we were limited because even they had DSL, which is like barely a step up from dial-up, if you remember the old dial-up.
Oh, yeah.
And then cell phone service was almost nothing. It was just terrible.
And we're talking, we're 5 miles from downtown Little Rock.
Yep.
We're out in the western side, and it's a beautiful area. Towers everywhere, but no internet.
Well, I think some of that is they're so saturated and oversell the internet that, you can see the tower, but it's you only got two, going up or something. There's just not there's not enough bandwidth for everybody that's on it.
There you go. Morning Prayer is brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks. Hospice of the Ozarks, you can reach them for more information at 870-508-1771. They're there to help you as a patient and help your family as loved ones to get through your final days. And they'll even help you take care of your pet.
They do.
If you don't have a plan for your pet, well, they've got one for you.
Yep. They will make sure your pet and your family and everybody is taken care of.
Take care of you in your time of need and your bewilderment. You just don't know what's going to happen next. They can kind of help you through all that stuff. And Hospice of the Ozarks, Greg Wood and his staff here at Mountain Home, taking care of Baxter and Marion County. Give them a call, 870-508-1771. Now the morning prayer. Lord, we just thank you for the safe travels that you give us back and forth to these ball games that we do each week. Lord, we thank you for being with the student athletes and their coaches as they do the same. Lord, we just pray that you will continue to bless us as a nation and be with us, lead, guide, and direct us. Lord, we pray for our government, whether it's on a federal, state, county, or city level. We pray for that they will make the correct decisions on the ones that they have to make. Lord, we just pray that you will remind them that they're doing this for the good of the people, not the good of themselves or their pocketbook. And it's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Hospice of the Ozarks, there for you in your time of need and your time of question. 870-508-1771. Now we're going to have a quick word from Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team, Century 21 Lemac Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. We'll be right back.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello, Z-Team?
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for the weather, the dam reports, the lake levels, all the updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team, Century 21 Lemac Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. Retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. Go there, click on live views, and today you see the fog.
There's a lot of fog today.
Lots of fog today.
I was hoping he'd clear up a little bit by the time of the show, but nope.
Didn't happen.
Did not happen.
So what else you got we can look at? Oh, you surely got something better than that.
Well, you can talk about that, and I'll see if I can find something.
The normal shot is the White River from Marion County, Arkansas, back into Baxter County, Arkansas. What you're looking at is the city of Cotter, their city park, the Railroad Museum, Contractors Trust. If you were able to look a little bit further to the right, you would see the city of Mountain Home. Off to your left would be the city of Bull Shoals. Straight ahead is the state of Missouri. There's the old Rainbow Bridge and the Trellis Bridge behind that. But what you're looking at is God's country. If you like what you see in the picture, go to retiredtoarkansas.net, click on MLS listings, see if there's anything there that tickles your fancy. If there is, give them a call at 870-405-0793. Bob and Linda Zadora. That's a good shot. Even
That
with
is
a
a
little
good
bit of
shot.
fog in there, that's a good shot.
Now that one is I captured one morning, so that it's not.
Yeah, that is
what it
not a
is
live
current.
shot, but it is a good shot nonetheless. I'm going to read through some temperatures around the area. Currently in Mountain Home, it's 64, Harrison 61, along with Batesville. Yellville is 62, with Marshall being 62 as well. Salem, Arkansas is 58. Mountain View is 61. Calcorock is 64. West Plains, Missouri, 58. Springfield, Missouri, 65. Poplar Bluff, Missouri, excuse me, is 58.
Get it out.
There we got it. And St. Louis, Missouri is 56. Temperature, just a broad range of temperatures. That's a good shot too with the sun coming up. It's a beautiful shot. So the White River, brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 870-405-0793, retiredtoarkansas.net. Go there, click on MLS listings, see if you can get a piece of God's country for yourself. Let's take a look at the radar. Ba-ba-bum. As it catches up here. Tick, 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 tick.
We got some over in Denver and
Got a little bit of rain happening over in Colorado and Utah, up in Wyoming, some up in Ottawa, Canada. Florida's getting a little bit of rain as well. Washington State and Oregon looks like they've got a pretty rainy day ahead of them. Zoom back into Arkansas, let it catch up once again. Looks like for the most part, state of Arkansas is going to be fairly clear today, from Rogers to Blytheville, Fayetteville over to Jonesboro, Fort Smith to Memphis, Conway, Little Rock, Hot Springs, Pine Bluff, Texarkana to Greenville, Mississippi. Looks like a nice, clear, clean day for the state of Arkansas. On the national scene, watches and warnings. Looks like dense fog down in Louisiana. And I'm going to guess that is... What is that up there, Scooter, you reckon?
I can't see
tell
that
from
one.
Your side?
But to the going
kind
to
of
the
looks
right
like an
there,
air quality alert, but this right here looks like a winter weather advisory.
And a freeze warning.
In Utah, along with a freeze warning. Winter is around the corner. Are you ready for it?
We got time.
Cut time?
We got time.
7-day forecast looks like this. Today it's going to be sunny, high of 87, low tonight of 62. Mostly sunny tomorrow, high of 84. Tomorrow night, low of 64. Wednesday, 40% chance of showers, high of 78. Chance of showers and thunderstorms. Wednesday night, low of 64. Thursday, 60% chance of rain, high of 70 degrees. Slight chance of rain Thursday night, low of 53. Friday, sunny, high of 71. Next Friday night, mostly clear, low of 44. And Saturday looks like high near 63, low of 42. And Sunday, sunny, high near 69. Tree pollen today is low, none tomorrow, none on Wednesday. Grass pollen is moderate today, none tomorrow, none on Wednesday. Ragweed is moderate today, high tomorrow, and moderate on Wednesday. Lake levels and dam reports. Lake Norfolk 553.35. which is 1.35 above full pool of a 552. Currently, they are shut down and unavailable. Taken offline is what they said this morning. Taken offline. Lake Bull Shoals 656.20, which is 2.8 below full pool of 659. So it's down a little bit. They are running one at minimum flow just to keep the trouts happy. There you go. That's the lake levels, dam reports, and the weather update. Brought by Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 870-405-0793, retiredtoarkansas.net. These are realtors you can recommend to your friends. I say they're busy, but never too busy to assist you. Bob and Linda Zadora. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road, where your business is appreciated.
Going on now through June, up to $500 off select mowers at Mower Warehouse, with no money down and payments as low as $89 per month.
Have you ever?
Welcome back to Community News and Happenings on XL7-TV, the morning show. Community News and Happenings brought to you each morning by Mower Warehouse on Highway 178 East out toward the bypass. Right-hand side of the road, about a quarter mile from the bypass. You know you're there when you see the mowers in the air. No more rebates.
I believe it's done. I've got to find out and make sure that they haven't extended, but I'll have to find that out today. So they do it last minute, so they don't know until that month kicks over. So
yeah,
I will find out today and see if they've extended it again or what they're doing.
Find that out and report it back, Scooter.
I will.
Community News and Happenings. Let's see what we got going on. It's October, officially October. It's October the 2nd. There's a pumpkin carving contest that'll be at, I believe it's at the library. It says, bring your family and your own pumpkin carving tools and snacks will be provided Saturday, October the 7th from 2 to 4. One registration per family, please. I believe that's happening at the Donald W. Reynolds Library. Emergency preparedness day is Friday the 13th. Yeah, you got to be prepared on Friday the 13th. From 1 to 5. Hot dogs provided by Farmers Merchants Bank from 2 to 4. That too is going to be held at the library. What else we got going on at the library? If you don't know what's going on at the library, but you'd like to, swing by there, pick up one of these brochures, one of these pamphlets, one of these little updated books. They will keep you up to date on all things library, and that'd be pretty good time. They've always got all kinds of little things going on. Let's see here. October the 12th is the benefit night for the Twin Lakes Theater, Twin Lakes Playhouse. The presentation of Bloody Murder will be, that's their next play. Tickets were $16. $16 may be purchased at 201 Pet Salon and Resort, 820 Highway 201 North. PEO is the beneficiary of the fundraiser night or the benefit night. And that's the philanthropic. That's the one. Philanthropic educational organization that raises money for women's education. Quit laughing at me. I'll throw this at you and you can do it. Anyway, go by and see the Twin Lakes Playhouse presentation of Bloody Murder. And it's good. Did you ever go to one of them plays?
Yes, they do an outstanding job. They really, really do.
You've got Trunk or Treat coming up at the youth center. Let's talk about that real quick.
Yes, not this weekend. I believe it's next weekend. It's coming
14th.
up quick. Yep. We'll be having the Trunk or Treat at the youth center. It's back to a walkthrough, so it's not going to be a drive-through scenario. They've got so much going on. They'll have their bounce houses going on. They have a line of booths where you can walk through, get candy, stuff like that. They're going to be serving hot dogs, and they're going to have their haunted trail is back that you can walk through on the backside there through the woods. And,
are you giving any clues on what you're doing this year?
Nope.
Have you even thought about it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've been waiting for it to be back on foot. So we've had a good time in the previous years. And, when COVID hit, they did the drive-through, and it just wasn't the same. So now that kind of all that's kind of passed up, we are back on our feet, and we get to scare them as they walk through the woods.
There you go.
We're going to have a good time. But if your kid does not like the haunted house or haunted trails or whatever, they don't have to do it. They can pick and choose what they want to do.
You got a bypass route?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can go to any of the events at any given time. So there's no direct route that you got to go. So if you want to go do the bounce houses or all the bounce stuff they got and go get candy and stuff like that, you can.
La Torcia Brick Oven Pizza has a trunk or treat on October the 28th from 4 to 8. Bounce house, face painting, cupcakes, cookies, hot chocolate, costume contest, raffle, and prize giveaways at La Torcia. I imagine that's going to be in their parking lot.
Yeah.
And that is on the 28th of October. Got anything else?
Nope, that's about it.
Me neither. That's community news and updates brought to you by Moore Warehouse. Moore Warehouse is located on Highway 178 East out toward the bypass. You'll know you're there when you see mowers in the air. We'll be back with Monday morning sports update in just a moment.
Notice every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment, their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for Monday Morning Sports Update. Scooter, it was a rough night at Pulaski Academy.
It was.
You know, there's a few things that we saw Friday night that were unusual for Pulaski. They kicked deep.
Yep.
They did have somebody backing up on return. It's just not usual for them to do that.
Kind of changed up a few times, and they ultimately did the onside more than anything, but they still mixed in some other stuff. So
yeah, they did end up kicking deep though, which was different. You know, and they never took their first string out.
No.
You know, they played their first string. Their first string quarterback started, he finished the game. Their running backs were all the same, their ends. One thing I will say that the Bomber defense held them 0 for 8 on conversions, which was pretty impressive.
That's good.
And held them to 7 points in the second half of the ball game. So that was little too late, you know, as the saying goes.
Yep. Didn't quite go our way, but
no. Tonight the JV Bombers will play host to Highland. That game has been moved from a 6:30 start to a 6 o'clock start at Bomber Stadium. It's just one game tonight. It'd be the junior high hosting the Highland Rebels. They used to be Hardy Highland is what the school used to be called. But it's the Highland Rebels. And then Thursday night, the 9th grade team will be hosting a conference matchup. And I believe it's only one game on Thursday night. We'll have that time for you on Wednesday when we come back to do the Wednesday show. The tennis teams are off to play in the conference matchup. I believe they're playing in Russellville. We want to wish them the best of luck. The Mountain Home Bomber Boys golf team is at their state tournament at Eagles Crest over in Alma. We wish them the best of luck as well. There's 3 volleyball games today at Mountain Home Junior High. For the Mountain Home Junior High, they're playing at West Memphis Wonder. So that'll be a lot of volleyball action going on there. And let's see, Gainesville is beginning the Summit Conference baseball tournament. You know, they play fall baseball as well as spring.
Yep.
So they've got a couple different seasons. Baseball's almost a year-round thing up in Missouri. When they're not playing basketball, they're playing baseball. So that begins for them. And let's see here. Mountain Home Boys finished 4th and girls finished 17th in the Frank Horton Night Classic. I believe that is a cross-country matchup. We'll pull down here and see what it is. Cross-country teams, that was over in Memphis, running at night in Memphis. I'm not sure that's a good idea.
A lot of security, I would imagine.
Turn yourself into running for fun to running from something.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it sure speed me up.
I guarantee you. Turn one of them corners, I'm out of here. Coach Ron Sinskowski is going to be inducted into the Mountain Home Athletic Hall of Honor Friday night during homecoming. I know that there are several others that are going in there. Hopefully they'll have those come out a couple each day and tell us who they are. I do know that a athlete that I graduated with and played ball with in the years, Steve Sider, is also getting inducted, and I think Dick House is actually getting inducted as well. But we'll wait for the official word before we make an official statement. So
that sounds like you already did. Okay.
No, I didn't make an official statement.
Okay.
It's an unofficial.
Unofficial. Okay.
That's all I know about. How about you?
No, that was about it. We're at home this Friday. I'm excited.
Homecoming Friday night.
Yeah.
There's a whole week's full of festivities going on. Parade is Wednesday.
Hopefully the weather holds out.
I believe there's a bonfire on Thursday. Of course, it's going to rain Thursday, they say.
They say it's going to rain Wednesday.
Yeah, hopefully the weather will hold out for everything.
That's what I hope.
Be a good time for all the students and the student athletes that look forward to homecoming every year. The tennis matchup starts at 10 o'clock this morning at Russellville. It's the 5A West Conference meet. And also playing tennis today is Mountain View, Bergman, Valley Springs will take part in the 3A1 tournament at Harrison. So we're going to wrap that up. That's the Monday morning sports update. And we'll be back in just a few minutes with Coach Steve Jones and April Martin.
Be right back.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. If you're looking for something wonderful and delicious, head on over to Paradise Cream for a homemade ice cream experience. With over 20 flavors like German chocolate cake and sea salt caramel, it's always homemade and delicious. Paradise Cream has something for everyone and also carries dairy-free and vegan ice cream options. So whether you like it in a cup or in one of their homemade waffle cones, you're in for a wonderful dessert experience. Located in Mountain Home next to Ramada Inn or at their Harrison address across from Pizza Hut and Castle Rental. Let Paradise Cream cater your next event, because you're on your way to paradise.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
Providing caring,
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. This morning, my guests are, it's not updated.
I will update it.
Jeez. Coach Steve Jones, Athletic Director, Yellville-Summit Schools, and Miss April Martin is the volleyball coach over there. How are y'all doing this morning?
Good.
Early trip today.
Yes, sir. Happy to be here, though.
April, do you live in Yellville?
I live outside of Yellville, so, but no farther than Coach Jones does.
Yeah.
About the same distance, just different directions.
Does anybody live close to the school that works there?
Our high school principal lives across the street.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
There you go.
But he's about the only one.
How's things in the volleyball world? We'll talk about volleyball first, because we know you're nice and nervous, and we'll just get it out of the way.
No, we're doing okay. We're sitting at 4th right now. I know Coach Jones last week told you guys we have some big games coming up, and those are still coming up. Last week, we went to Conway St. Joseph, and we wanted to go in there and win, so we would have one up on them, and that did not happen. So we have Quitman this week. They beat us in 4 at Quitman, but hopefully we can get that win.
They're
for
coming
sure.
to your
They got
house.
to come to us this time, though.
There you
Yeah,
go.
got to come to us. We have 2 non-conference games tonight and tomorrow night, so hopefully we can get some stuff figured back out and be ready to play on Thursday.
And then you'll have a conference tournament?
We have one more week. So next week we actually have 4 conference games. We have to go to Conway Christian and play a doubleheader with them because we had to change our schedule around. We had 3 girls on the golf team this year that also played volleyball, and their district golf match got moved to a game, and we had to switch things around so they could go to golf.
How'd that turn out for Yellville?
The girls all showed well at state. We didn't win state
Right.
in golf, but our golf girls were the district runner-up. They brought home some hardware, so we're proud of them for that. And they made a good showing at state.
Good. And you say you've got 3 girls that play golf, and they are also on your volleyball team?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So after volleyball season, what happens next for you?
I actually get a break.
Get 12
and
hours
then-
off and go out to basketball?
Nope, no longer doing basketball. So I get till about February off and then start track season. So that will be.
Now, April saying by getting off, she'll go home at 4 o'clock every day instead of 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and she won't brag on herself. So I'm gonna do that for her. I think Coach Martin is one of the best kept secrets in the Ozarks, and I don't know. In fact, we were trying to figure this out a while ago. We can't remember how many times we've not been to state, and that's what a wonderful problem. We think we've been to state 7 out of 9 years, but it might be 6 out of 9. But for the most part, it's become such a expectation almost. It's like, what, we're not going to state? That would be. She does a fantastic job, and I measure coaches by one thought: would I want my granddaughters or my grandson to play for this person? And absolutely, I would want all. I have 3 granddaughters. I would want all of them to play for Coach Martin. Like I said, she does a great job in volleyball, and it's not track season. But if you ever want to talk track, she's ready to go all the time. 3-time state champion. She's got a fistful of rings over it. She herself was a state champion in high school and ran track at University of Central Arkansas. Are you getting embarrassed yet?
No.
We're really blessed to have her coaching at Yellville.
You went to school at Yellville?
She did.
Yes.
When did you graduate?
In 2009.
2009.
Yep.
And went off to school and came right back.
Yes. Yep. I was gone for 5 years and then came back. Wasn't what I was expecting, but that's just how it happened. So.
What was your intent to be a coach?
Yes, I knew I wanted to be a teacher, and I thought I wanted to coach, and just kind of got pushed into it as volunteer my first year, and then went on.
No looking back.
No, there's some days. There are days, but that's with everything. I mean, there are days that you're like, oh, is this really what I want to do? Definitely when you get home at 1 o'clock from a track meet and have to turn around and be at school at 7 o'clock the next morning. So,
How many girls do you have on your volleyball team?
we have 13 on our senior high team, and then our 7th through 9th graders, we have about 30 on those
Do you coach
teams.
both?
Yes, yeah, yep. I have an assistant coach, Sarah Gilly, so she helps me a lot. Definitely on those junior high. This is probably my smallest senior high team, so it's been a little bit different this year in the practice world. Because if 1 or 2 girls aren't there, then you can't play. One of us have to play, or we have to figure out something different to do in practice. Volleyball, you need at least 12, and when you have 13 and someone doesn't show up, it's hard, but we've made it work, so.
Coach Jones, does it look like there'll ever be where you'll split that up, where junior high will have their own coach and high school will have their own coach?
I mean, it's definitely within the realm of possibility, and we're growing by. Can you hear me? Am I close enough to the?
Yeah.
Growing by leaps and bounds. We're adding 6 new classrooms, and I'm gonna bring Mr. Harrison over here in a couple of weeks and let him talk about that. But the more students we have, that equals more teachers, more coaches, and so forth, bus drivers, everybody. So, I mean, if we ever got in a position where we could do that, and then provided Coach Martin was willing to do that, she may want to do all levels, and that's fine too. I guess that was a long answer to say maybe. Maybe. That was the wordy version, but yeah.
That'll work. How did homecoming go?
The positives, we had a great gate. We had a good celebration. The game was a really good game up until the beginning of the fourth quarter. And, all year long we have been a second half team. We came out strong in the second half, but by the fourth quarter, Melbourne's good, and they showed it. Mm-hmm. We had 2 kids get knocked out with concussions, and I haven't seen the video, but I've heard one coach say that 2 of our kids hit each other, like we're
2 of your own kids?
Yes, and one of them got a concussion because of that. I mean, we're a very physical team too, so I could easily see that happening. But anyway, I don't know what the final score was. I want to say something like 34-7 or 6 or something like that. Mm-hmm. But it was, 18-6 going into the third quarter. I mean, we're still 1 score away from getting in good position. Credit where credit's due. Melbourne's got a good ball team. They play hard. They're big, fast, and strong. That's a tough combination right there.
Yeah. Coach Martin, you presented your state champion rings to your student athletes this week.
No, it's next Friday.
Next
Friday we will do that at halftime of the football game. Correct, Coach Jones? Mm-hmm. We're at halftime, not before. Okay. So next Friday.
This coming Friday or a week from Friday?
Week from Friday, yes.
Friday the 13th.
Yes, Friday the 13th. So it's kind of going to be a little bit different this year, just because in the past we've done our rings 2 or 3 weeks before Turkey Trot, and then they ride in the parade. But this year it's all going to be happening together, so it'll be like a weekend.
That's Turkey Trot weekend.
It'll be like a weekend celebration instead of you get your rings 1 week and then you get celebrated in the parade or 2 or 3 weeks later or whatever. So I think they're excited. Hopefully,
I have no shortage of problems I face on a daily basis and fires to put out. We talk about in athletics good problems and bad problems. A good problem is having too many kids on your ball team. It's a problem because you got to accommodate them, equip them, and everything. But it's a good problem. One of the best problems I've had over the last 3 years is trying to figure out how to pay for state championship rings, because they don't give these away. It's not. Here's a complimentary ring for being state champion. Oh no, we still got to pay for them, and it's a little bit of a hustling matter sometimes to get people to do that. Now that being said, I'm going to mention Jim Brown, Heating and Air, has stepped up a couple of times and helped us tremendously to pay for these. So I certainly want to, acknowledge Jim Brown Heating and Air Company for doing that. That's honestly, when you're facing with a $6,000 bill, for us, that's a big bill.
Mm-hmm.
But again, a good problem, and I will, as long as she wins state championships, we will find a way to buy a ring.
Somebody will get them.
You bet, absolutely, one way or another.
Yeah.
Coach Martin touched on something a second ago that we've talked about before. We had to reschedule a volleyball game because we had 3 of our main volleyball players were also 3 of the main golfers. And that's just life in a 2A school.
Mm-hmm.
You're always having to juggle things like this, and athletes. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they played golf all day and played volleyball that night. Is that right?
No.
Or was it okay? I got it backwards.
They did their practice round on Sunday, and then they came to the game on Monday, and then state golf was on Tuesday.
Okay.
So, but yes, if we couldn't have switched the game, it would have we would have to do something crazy like that.
It would have put us in a bad position to not have those 3 girls, and it was Abby Methvin and. Help me here.
So the 3 golfers that we had was Abby Methman, Kylie Stills, and Riley Hobson,
Yeah.
which Riley didn't actually get to go to district. So we ended up just having 2 that was on both for those 2 weeks in a row there for district and state golf. So.
That makes it hard for a coach to be able to coach, but just think what it does to the student athlete that's got to figure out how they're going to do everything they've got going on.
Yeah.
There's a lot more on kids today than there used to be, I believe. There was a young man, and I'm not going to say his name, but he worked at Sonic at night, but he played football. And I would see him at school early in the morning. He rode with his folks. They were going to work. They dropped him off at school. He was dropping him off at 7 o'clock in the morning, and he'd be down there at the football field house, sitting on the steps, doing his geometry or whatever, right there. And I just thought, I have a tremendous amount of respect for, that young man doing that. And I think there's a lot of kids that go through, very similar situations. They work and play sports, and playing sports is.
It's a job itself.
Exactly.
It's a job itself.
It is so competitive. And we're roughly the same age, but when we grew up, did you get to watch yourself on film all the time or very often?
Once a week.
Okay, so they did film the games.
But it was reel to reel back then.
Mine was too. Until my junior year in high school, and we got the VCR, I thought, we have arrived. But it was reel to reel. But anyway, now, it's instantly uploaded on the internet, on Huddle. You can go watch yourself. To me, I'm so glad Huddle didn't exist when I was young, because people cannot doubt how good I was. They can't go in there and look. You just have to take my word for it. But coaches spend hours and hours looking at film, watching it, and it's be it volleyball, basketball, whatever. And I think used to we just say, and I ain't saying our coaches rolled the ball out, but we're out here, we practice what we did. We might once in a while see film on another team. And they say, this is how they line up, and this is what we're going to do.
Oh, and back in those days, Coach, you had to deliver film. You had to
yes.
meet other coaches halfway and swap hands. And
I have a story about that.
Okay.
So,
is that a surprise?
Yeah.
No.
So this is back. I first started coaching in the 1990s at Yellville, and me and Coach Mallett and Coach Guston were working. And Coach Mallett tasked me when he said, "Take these films." He already had them labeled and to be mailed. He said, "Run these by the post office on your way home and drop them in the slot." I forgot, and 2 days later, I see them in the back of my truck. I'm like, oh, because the coach from the other school is calling us going, "Where's my film?" And Calvin's like, "Where's his film?" And I wanted to say, well, I mailed it, but I didn't. So I ended up having to drive to Heber Springs on a Saturday morning or late Friday night or whenever it was, and hand deliver these tapes because I forgot to mail them. Thank goodness now it's just all uploaded on the computer.
Yeah.
You see it instantly.
And the student athletes can punch in their number, and it'll just track them the whole day. And it's just
you can make highlight videos of yourself, and there's all kinds of stuff you can do that's Huddle it's fascinating, the things you can do.
The technology,
Yes.
how it works. Oh, it's crazy. It's time for a quick break. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in a minute.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road, where your business is appreciated.
Going on now through June, up to $500 off select mowers at Mower Warehouse, with no money down and payments as low as $89 per month.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Coach Steve Jones, Athletic Director, Yellville-Summit Public Schools, and Coach April Martin are with us this morning. How is being a student athlete at Yellville transitioning to the coach of at least 2 sports, maybe 3? How have you seen that transition over the last number of years?
It's been different. I look at kids and I'm like, is this how we were in school or not? I also feel like just overall athletics in high school has, like, practice-wise has been stepped up. If you're not starting volleyball practice in June, you're behind. And I feel like we're getting there with track too, because everybody is, even though basketball season's going on, everybody's starting track as soon as the new year rolls over. In January, they're already starting track, and it's like, okay, if I don't start with my kids that aren't in basketball, then we're already behind. And I don't remember. I mean, I remember having team camps in the summer, but I don't remember having practice all summer long. And I sometimes question, should I be having practice? And then I look and I'm like, everybody else is. If I'm not, we're going to be behind when August comes around. So I think everybody has, just in general, the whole world has stepped up of, you got to be doing something all the time. And I don't feel like we were that way. Going to college was eye-opening as an athlete of just how much more you do in college. And I think that's why people are pushing for more and more kids to do more and more things, or practice and play all year long. It's because they want everybody to go to college and be an athlete, which is not, everybody's not going to do that.
Mm-hmm. Coach Jones, you're kind of in the same scenario. You went to school at Yellville and then came back to coach, and now you're the athletic director. How's it transitioned from your time to now?
Absolutely, just exactly what Coach Martin just said. It has become, every sport is a year-round sport now. you're either in season or you're in the right after season, and there's a training that goes along with that, and then you're in the preseason. There's a training that goes along with that, and there's never. I spend a fair amount of time, and I've done it on this show, probably complaining about the AAA and something they've done that I didn't agree with. But let me give them credit too. I love the 2-week break. In fact, I will go on record and say I wish they'd expand it to 4, because that's the only way you can make overachieving coaches stop practicing for a little bit, is to say it's against the law. And Coach Martin touched on something too. Let's say her philosophy is, you know what, we're not going to practice this summer. We're going to go get away from me, go be teenagers, go do other stuff. Then they come back in August and get ready for the season, and they lose the season opener. Well, if you'd practiced this summer, this wouldn't happen. So you're kind of faced with that dilemma. A thing that gets me to now, I took over baseball in 2009, and we would make our spring baseball schedule out in October and November, get it made out, get it publicized, get officials. By the time I was done coaching, they were starting to do it in September. And now they are starting it in the summer, like July, August. They are making their schedule out for the following spring. And I'm like, why? What's the hurry? Why do we have to do this right now? Oh, well, we just want to get it set. And I mean, it started with one person doing it, and then then everybody has to do it now if one's going to. Same with baseball. We played a baseball game this Saturday, a little scrimmage game against Norfolk with our kids that are not in football. And I don't know the results of that. I didn't swing by and look at it, but it's just all the time. And if coaches don't practice that much, then they will get blamed for not practicing their kids. When in reality, sometimes kids need to get away from sports. And I say this as a sports lover. Okay, I would not have went into this line of work, neither would Coach Martin, if we didn't love sports. But you do need a break from it from time to time, all of it.
Well, and even when AAA says you need to take these 2 weeks off, the kids aren't taking those 2 weeks off. We can't see them for 2 weeks. Right. They can't be in our gym or anywhere on campus, but they're finding a camp or they're playing AAU or they're doing something. Yeah. They're really not taking any time off. And at our level where we have to share athletes all the time, they are not getting a single day off all year long. Yes, some holidays and some stuff like that, but I would say you look at a kid that does volleyball, basketball, track and softball, plays golf too, they never get a full week off. Ever.
Does the AAA regulate when you can start practicing these sports individually?
Well, there are some things in place, but they're pretty loose. There's lots of room to get started early. We have volleyball players, for example, that will play. It's called club volleyball. I think that's what it's called. In the off season. So they'll go from high school season to club volleyball season and play. And I love AAU. I think it's a wonderful thing. I've been an AAU athlete. But they'll start that with the track and field in the summer and do that all summer and run meets. And I will say this, most kids that are doing that are doing it by choice. And if that's your choice, that's great. It's like Legion baseball. If you want to have a good high school baseball team, you better have 2 or 3 players playing Legion ball, because they're going to play 60 games all summer, and they're going to practice 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, and you're going to get better. You can't help it. Even if you didn't want to get better, you would. But that's the cycle we're in. It's just constant.
Coach Martin, over the years since you've been coaching back at Yellville, have any idea how many student athletes you've helped get to the next level, go on to college, and either run track, play volleyball, or basketball?
We've had Tyler Barrett is a boy that went 2 years ago to do track.
At Ottawa State,
yes, yep,
in Kansas.
Right. And I actually think the last time I talked to him, he actually went. He's not on the track team anymore. He's on the weightlifting team. which is right up his alley, to tell the truth.
It is.
Then last year we had Cambry Gibson. She's at Missouri State this year. That may be our only two I've had, I think.
Both of them doing track. Have you had anybody go for volleyball?
No, I have not had anybody go for volleyball. And then the 4 years I was in basketball, we didn't have anybody go in basketball that I can remember.
We had 2 go for volleyball in the years before, but they were spread out. A girl named Jenna Cahoon, I think, played volleyball at Lyon College.
Okay.
And
who was the other one?
I can't think.
I can't think.
I want to say Michaela something. Yes.
Michaela Cunningham, I think, went for
Maybe.
track.
Okay, Michaela.
I don't
Cunningham
remember where
track.
she went. She was a couple years behind me.
That's it. That's who it was.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, we've had it's every couple of years we'll get someone. You know, Tyler Barrett last 2 years ago, and then Cambry this year. Matt Thomas, might have been.
Yep. I forgot about Matt.
Was that your first year at Yellville?
Maybe. Yeah.
He was. In fact, he's a national champion, shot and disc thrower at College of the Ozarks. So, yeah, there's been a few.
So let's recap. What's up? What's up next for the volleyball team?
We go to Bergman tonight, and we'll have 3 games there. We go to Salem tomorrow night, and we'll have 3 games. And then Thursday this week, we're at home against Quitman, and there'll be 3 games that night too.
Do the lights ever go off in your gym, Coach?
You know, actually, I was just about to say something like that because we're talking about summer. We have 2 gyms, and I'll be honest, we could stand to have a third. And I'll get the times a little bit wrong, but I'm going to be pretty close. Volleyball in the summer will start about 7 o'clock in the morning, go till 9:30, or maybe 10 because you got junior high and senior high. Then at 10:30, the boys basketball team will come in, and they'll go from 10:30 to 1:30 or something like that. Then the senior girls and junior girls basketball teams will come in, and that gym stays hot we're turning the lights on and 14 hours a day or something like that. And that's in the summertime, okay? And the same thing with football. You know, they'll open the weight room at 7 in the morning. They have mandatory weightlifting sessions and go through all that. And then have 2 nights a week, they'll have an official full-blown practice, you know. Like I said, if the state didn't make our coaches, all coaches, take some time off, they never would. That 2 weeks off, though, if you go to Gulf Shores, Alabama, you will see every coach in the state of Arkansas. Will be right there.
Coach, what would you say to the person out there that's watching that says they put too much emphasis on sports aren't that important in high school?
Well, I would disagree with I do think sports are important because, and you and I have talked about this before, for young men especially, it has replaced hauling hay and cutting wood. Sports has that thing. For young women, you know, all 3 of my children were involved in sports, and some were really good, some were not so good, but they all played and got a lot out of it. There's just so many things you get from sports: the camaraderie, the teamwork, the sacrifice, and the highs can be pretty high sometimes.
Discipline.
The discipline, absolutely. Again, things that they used to get on the farm, but you don't get that much anymore because everything's mechanized now.
And Coach Martin, what would you say to the person that's negative sports?
I've actually had a few come back to me and tell me if it wasn't for this sport, I would not have made it through high school. So there's lots of kids out there. That's the only reason they come to school is to be on a team. Is to be on a team, and they're like, I don't even care if I actually get to play in the game. Some of them are. I don't even care if I get to play in the game. It's just being around the people that I'm around.
And being part of that team.
Yes, being part of that team. I've had multiple tell me that for sure. If it wasn't for this, I would not have shown up to school today. And you see that sometimes they when their sport is over, for a couple weeks they don't show up to school.
Yeah.
So,
Coach Jones, 15 seconds. What's next for the Yellville-Summit Panther football team?
You know, Quitman Thursday night in volleyball, but we also have them Friday night in football. It's Yellville versus Quitman all week this week.
Here or there Friday?
We are there Friday. Okay. So That's a big one, and it just became a lot bigger.
It just became a lot bigger.
Yeah.
There you go. Appreciate y'all joining us this morning. We look forward to it every week, and thanks for making the trip over. You've been watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in the morning.